and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Thursday, November 21st.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. When it comes to what kind of romance you're into, you don't have to choose just one. Fancy a dalliance with a duke, or maybe a steamy billionaire. You could find a book boyfriend in the city and another one tearing it up on the hockey field. And if nothing on this earth satisfies, you can always find love in another realm. Discover modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Ali Hazelwood, the latest romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, plus Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander. And of course, all the really steamy stuff. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
We begin with weather. Our first snowfall of the year has arrived in central Indiana. Storm Track 8 says you can expect light snow showers for most of the morning, with more moderate snowfall this afternoon. Meteorologist Marcus Bailey has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
We'll start with the weather alerts first. If you have our Storm Track 8 weather app, you got this alert shortly before 4 o'clock. If you don't have the app, scan that QR code. Download that for free. You can also check in on radar throughout the day. Winter weather advisory for central Indiana. This is more specific for the afternoon event, more so than this morning. But I will say this. If you're out traveling here for the morning drive, you'll notice on all of these vantage points, and Drew will show you here some spots as well, roads are wet, the grassy areas are a little snow covered. That said, I've also noticed, especially in some rural areas, some of the bridges and overpasses are a little snow covered here. So please be aware of that. On and off ramps can get a little icy as well. Those are always the first to go. So it's not completely clear and just wet. There might be a little bit of ice to deal with here this morning. Storm Tracker is dealing with some of this very light snow for the most part. There are some breaks around Morgan County, southwest side of Indianapolis. You see kind of the white here. That is very light snow, where you see maybe the darker shades of gray. That's where you pick up the intensity a little bit, but it's not super heavy. The most consistent snow down in southeastern Indiana. So this is round one. We get a little bit of a lull that's sliding in towards Chicago now. That's round number 2 up north. Storm Track 8 Futurecast as we take you hour by hour from now through noon. Here comes that next wave. And by the evening drive, you can see those deeper blues. That's heavier rates of snow that will be arriving between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. We're near freezing right now, mid-30s for your highs today. But wind chills because of some gusty winds into the low 20s. Coming up, more detail for the afternoon event of that snow and talking about how much and how that could impact the evening drive. It's all in my Storm Track 8 forecast coming your way in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at Marcus Bailey's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com. And don't forget, conditions will change throughout the day. To make sure you have the most up-to-date forecast, download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And for a more detailed look at conditions, you can check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. With temperatures dropping, advocates for low-income Hoosiers are worried that some will have trouble heating their homes. There are questions about funding for the federal low-income home energy assistance program, since the current federal budget resolution is set to expire in about a month. One community organization tells News 8 that some families they serve are worried about whether they will be able to pay their heating bill.
We have definitely seen an increase in our community members' utility bills, and we have actually sent out a letter to all of our community partners and faith-based partners, just letting them know this winter is going to be brutal.
Advocates say there is help available if you are struggling to pay your energy bills. If you need it, just head over to wishtv.com and you can find a full list of resources. In other news, this morning, IMPD is searching for a suspect after a 6-month-old baby was found safe inside a stolen vehicle. Police say it happened around 8 last night when a Chevy Equinox outside the Connect apartment homes on the north side was taken with the baby inside. Thankfully, officers found the vehicle and the baby just a few miles away. Police say this is one example of why you should never leave your child alone in a vehicle. They also warn that you should never leave your car running and unattended because it is more likely to be stolen. A Perry Meridian High School student who attacked another student will not spend time in jail. A court ruled yesterday that instead, he will have to wear an ankle monitor and attend anger management classes. We first brought this story to you back in September. The victim suffered injuries to his neck, face, and ribs. Lawyers for the victim say that the two students did not know each other and the attack was unprovoked. One of the victim's attorneys say that the school needs to be held accountable, saying this case is about more than just one child. It is about addressing a culture of violence that has been allowed to fester within Perry Township schools. Teachers and students have a right to a safe environment, and it is up to the schools to ensure that everyone, whether they are a student, teacher, or staff member, can feel safe in their schools. An Indiana man convicted for his role in the January 6th Capitol riot says he believes that President-elect Trump will pardon him. Anthony Vo says he is on the run from U.S. Marshals, but he recently took time out to chat exclusively with I-Team aide from a remote location via Zoom. News 8's Tim Spears reports.
Anthony Vo was a student at IU Bloomington when he joined the January 6th rally that turned into a riot. Today, he's a convicted federal fugitive resisting a judge's order to report to prison because he believes in less than 2 months, President-elect Donald Trump will clear his charges. I guess, what's it like being a fugitive right now?
Yeah, fugitive, but I'm also considered a refugee. So.
Anthony Vo is in hiding. I talked to him over Zoom over the course of 2 interviews. He would not tell me his location, but he expects his hiding to end as early as Donald Trump's first day back in the White House. Now that the election is over, do you expect a pardon?
Yeah, I do. I have no reason to doubt that President Trump is a man of his word, and he will make extreme efforts to pardon all of us.
Anthony Vo has refused to comply with a judge's order to serve 9 months in prison for joining the January 6th Capitol riot. You've called for pardons for every January 6th defendant, even violent ones. Why?
I think at a fundamental level, at a foundational level, the whole January 6th thing is just so politicized and corrupted. I think that we were entirely misrepresented. We were basically entrapped and treated very differently than any other protesters.
Vo admits he and his mother went inside the Capitol after the Stop the Steal rally, but he claims he never personally saw any violence and thought police were letting demonstrators inside. Though according to prosecuting documents, Vo said in an exchange with a friend, the police pretty much opened up for us. They stood down and retreated after we clearly outnumbered them.
I really thought that the police were keeping their oaths to the Constitution and standing aside to let us exercise our constitutionally guaranteed rights to petition the government for grievances. And I thought it was totally permitted.
A plea deal fell apart when Vo refused to say he knowingly broke the law. He now blames a government conspiracy for the chaos at the Capitol. Online, he said the January 6th committee should be imprisoned. And responding to a post saying judges presiding over January 6th cases should be hanged, Vo suggested his own judge be among the first.
I mean, I'm speaking hyperbolically, but, I mount to her actions as pretty much treason.
Wait a second. This man, who was a nonviolent offender during the January 6th riot, is saying the people prosecuting these cases are treasonous, but not the people who participated in it.
Correct. Because the people that participated in it, by and large, were for the democratic process of just ensuring the election was right. And the people who basically prevented us from doing so are, in my opinion, the ones that are wanting to impede the democratic process.
I think a lot of people are going to hear your interview and what you have to say and wonder if there's any sense of accountability from anyone involved that day.
I hope so. I hope there's accountability from the media for falsely portraying things.
Anthony says he's applied for refugee status in another country, but would not tell me which. While staying secret on his location, Vo has suggested he's back in the U.S. right now. In his estimation, it's only a matter of time until Donald Trump grants him and all other January 6 defendants their freedom. Then he's looking towards a future in politics.
I just applied to the Trump transition team. I don't know. I just want to be wherever I can best serve any needs.
It's important to note former U.S. Attorney General William Barr did investigate the 2020 election while working in the Trump White House and found no evidence of significant voter fraud. Anthony's mother, Annie Vo, who was with him in the Capitol building, was also arrested and charged. Her case is still pending. Tim Spears for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
We wrap things up with Golden Apple. Today is the day we reveal the winner of this month's Golden Apple Award. The award comes with a $2,000 cash prize, a school supply shopping spree, a trophy, and a surprise visit from Daybreak's own Hanna Mordoh. This month's winner is a teacher in Perry Township who is known for robotics, spelling, and Batman. Here's a little preview for you.
At Jeremiah Gray Elementary School, one teacher is the ringmaster of robotics,
Boom.
the spellmaster of spelling, and the caped crusader of the classroom.
He really likes Batman a lot. He has a lot of Batman around his room.
He loves Batman. His whole room is basically Batman.
And he said for Halloween he was going to be Batman, so I think it's just his favorite.
And while this teacher loves Batman, he's also beloved at the school, especially by the students.
We all love him. He's just really, really smart, really, really nice.
He's very nice and funny because he likes doing like what the kids do. Just really fun to be around him because he's funny and doesn't really care what other people say.
He's been in education for a long time. He's a dad of 3 kids. His wife's also a teacher, so he knows how to connect with students.
The kind of person who's going to thrive no matter where you put him because he has a passion for working with kids. He truly cares about each and every person that he knows in his life, whether that's through school, through his personal life. He's dedicated himself to others.
Principal Doug Smith says he's a skilled educator, runs the robotics program and Spell Bowl at the school, but this is his first time teaching Project Lead the Way.
Project Lead the Way is a STEM-based program, and it's what's considered a problem-based learning. So students are presented with a problem. It's a 10-day rotation, and they start with a problem, and then they begin to think and problem solve what are potential solutions to this problem.
In this role, he gets to help 1st through 5th graders learn to problem solve, solving the problem that every kid here wants him as their teacher.
You know, he's one of the fun teachers, really cares about kids. He really cares about people in general. He's just that type of person. Just somebody you can count on, always.
Fellow teacher Laura Spangle says he helps everyone feel welcomed.
Kids need to know that you love them, and I think the kids know that he loves them. I mean, absolutely, positively, there's no doubt. They love being in his clubs. They love, coming in early, so I think that speaks volumes.
A record number of kids now want to do his robotics club, so there are 6 teams, the most in the district. He meets with them 3 times a week before school, then coaches the Spell Bowl team after school. How does he find the time?
I don't know, because I forgot to add in that he was coaching sports for his kids, so...
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So she wanted him to be recognized for all that he does and nominated him for the Wish TV Golden Apple Award. When you heard that he won the Wish TV Golden Apple Award, what'd you think?
I think I did a couple circles in the hallway. I was really excited.
What'd you think?
Predictable.
How come?
Because he's a great teacher.
I feel like he really does deserve it.
How come?
He's such a good teacher.
So we went to surprise him.
Hi, I'm Hannah with Wish TV.
To check out Hannah's full surprise and find out who this month's winner is, just head over to our website, wishtv.com. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, November 21st. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.